This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women. Seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We're talking about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
And we're only here to have fun, get drunk, and make loads of money, cause nothing else matters to me. We're only here to drink rum, shoot guns, and live for the party. Come on us and see who'll get drunk and make loads of money.
This man is straight edge, by the way. You just saying lyrics saying about getting drunk.
Because it's one of the greatest party songs of all time. And if you do not know that song, then I recommend you look that up and fix that part of your life because, yeah, it's just fantastic.
All I'm going to say is, dude, you always had decent taste in music. I'm not arguing that. All I'm saying is that you sang about getting drunk and you are stringent on the straight edge.
Yeah, I also like Beer by Pennywise.
Beer by Pennywise is good as well, as a matter of fact. Beer by
Real Big Fish is good too. As well as Beer by Psycho Stick.
Beer Psycho Stick, good lord.
And
let's go drink some beer! Beer! We are not alone, as you might have noticed. Two other people introduced. Of course, our third man in the third chair in this three-man booth, as always, Shintigercurl.
Hello.
Hey, everybody, it's Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, I am not Minoru Suzuki. I am regular wrestling reporter, Jimmy Wrestler.
No.
Yes.
It's not working. It's not
I don't
working.
ask Tony Khan hard questions, like why have that loser Kenta on his program when he could have pinnacle of masculinity, the great Minoru Suzuki.
Look, Suzuki-san, I know you like to do the whole gimmick about being you, but you're not trying this one.
Before we get, I have to say, to this reporter, all I have to say is, from what I've heard, he's not hiring Minoru Suzuki because Minoru Suzuki is a comic book reading nerd.
No,
good one, T-Dub, good one.
No, I am not a nerd. I mean, Minoru Suzuki is not a nerd. Yes, Suzuki. Covered that well.
Look, Suzuki-san, usually you're on your game when it comes to hiding, but you're not even trying on this one.
Aha! I fooled you. No. You thought I was regular reporter, Jimmy Reporter, but in reality it was me. Juventud Guerrera.
Oh my God.
Now the Juice Squad has come back to the Juice Dome.
Do we smell? Are we supposed to smell what the juice is cooking now?
Always smell what the juice is cooking.
Oh Lord. Hey, Hairball, stick around to winners and losers tonight. I got a winner. I got a winner for you. Believe me. Anyway. We have another person who decided to join us last minute, but hey, it's his birthday. and he wanted to be on the show, so we much oblige. We always oblige. In our fourth chair, our guest chair this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Shell.
Hi, everybody, playing the part of Chris Jericho joining the AEW broadcast team this evening.
It's true.
Gracing you with my gracing you with my fez-headed presence.
Because here's how this works now. Because I'm Jim Ross. Because duh. T-Dub's Excalibur. Shintigercurl will be Tony Schiavone. It makes sense.
Yes.
Gotta give the people what they want. Topic on.
And before you start thinking, anyways, T-Dub likes to wear masks. That's why it works. And I'm Jim Ross because, I'm good, but I screw up. there you go.
I'm going to complain that I'm Schiavone, but Schiavone's cool. I'll take it.
There you go.
It was this week's Spinelli. Schiavone swore the fuck out of Marco Stunt.
He did. He totally did. Oh boy, oh boy. We got a show, though. We got a show. And I know you want to talk about more about what happened this week, T-Dub, so we will get to that. But before we do, we have some news, as always. We will have, in our third segment this evening, NXT TakeOver. They're having a show, Vengeance Day. See, because they're doing it on the February the 14th. Clever. Could have just called it St. Valentine's Day Massacre, guys. It's only the second time you ever get to do that.
Either that or just go with regular old Vengeance. That old standby.
Well, I'm not going to lie, that logo does look boss. But then again, I'm a simplest, But that's our third segment. Yeah, but there you go, yeah. We have winners and losers, and we may have a Q&A, but it's a packed show. We have a packed crew here, so we don't know what's going to happen. That being said, we begin, ladies and gentlemen, as we are to want, with our clip of the week. And I usually just introduce the promo, but the way the thing was laid out, I think it's just best to introduce the person. I will introduce the man who's cutting the promo of the clip of the week. Jim Ross, take a listen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear these words from the one and only John Moxley.
Kenta has been calling me out for months from across an ocean, walking around with a stupid little briefcase, talking trash, looking like a dork. So what happened last week was no surprise to me. What happened? Did Kenny Omega and Kenta connect on some Bullet Club Facebook group? No, what I think happened is Kenta realizes the time for cheap talk is now over, and if he wants this, he's going to have to get it done in the ring on February 26th. Me and Kenta are going to stand eye to eye, toe to toe, mano y mano. Two of the hardest hitting, nastiest suckers in the game are going to unload on each other. A war of attrition until one man can't stand up anymore. On February 26th, I'm going to dump you on your head. But that's a sanctioned match for the IWGP United States Championship. Tonight, sanction, not so much. Tonight, I team with a man who's tried to kill me multiple times, Lance Archer, against two guys with a common interest: to take me off the board. Good luck with that, dudes. Tonight is just for fun.
Oh, and we felt it in the air that night, I'll tell you that much. For those who do not know the context, but by the way, if you don't watch AEW, they've been on a run of great shows. Shame if you've missed those. But in that promo, Mox revealed his other championship, the IWGP United States Heavyweight title, and it has been recognized officially by AEW as such on TV. It's not much, but that door is wide open now. Also another great promo by Mox, but we've come to know that for sure.
Yes, we found out Tuesday that Tony Khan was the forbidden door that is now busted wide open.
With the wrecking ball.
Oh, hairball. We'll get to her. He goes in a chat, my hole. We'll get to that meme, believe you me.
Actually, related to Monday Night Raw is on the list.
Nothing related to Monday Night Raw?
Not really, no.
You heard the stinger, right?
Okay.
At the very least, we'll get to that. Oh, boy. Anyway, what is on your list? We may as well get to that.
Darby Allin defeats Joey Janela in a match where they actually looked relatively safe, which is amazing considering the talent involved.
How crazy is it to see we got a competent TNT title match out of Darby Allin and Joey Janela?
I was expecting at least several points for one of them to look like they're about to kill themselves with the stunts they did.
These guys, I mean, it's weird to say the word tame in a title match, but can it be agreed that this, by the standards of a Darby Allin / Joey Janela match, that was tame?
Let me tell you about something that happened in the independent scene with these guys. Joey Janela once took a bump off of a two-story roof through glass tables, and Darby Allin once had a match with Ethan Page where he accidentally slashed his arm open with a shovel.
By accident, by the way.
These guys are just the epitome of insane, and yet somehow they went out there, just had a really good wrestling match, and they made it look relatively safe. So thank you for that. No one got hurt.
This just goes to show that my opinion on Joey Janela is he's low key one of the most underrated singles guys in the entire company. The guy
if you watch Dark, he's like, obviously they've gotten longer and longer to accommodate for the indie scene that's not working right now. But Joey Janela, whenever he pops up on Dark, he's had one of the better matches on that show.
Yeah, dude can actually go. It's just that it gets eclipsed by all the hardcore stuff.
Well, it's one of those weird things because I forget who it was, but there was a dude in the Japanese deathmatch scene who is, yes, he's batshit crazy. He's got scars on scars on scars, but he's he's also recognized as one of the guys that can actually go.
Is it? I believe it was. Fuck, what's his name?
Yeah, I know. I have a hard time remembering too.
Guy that works for DDT and Tokyo Joshi Pro.
I think that's it.
I have an image of him in my head. I just don't know his name.
I think he's got like
sorry?
I think it's like colored eye contacts and like a mohawk.
No, it's gonna break me up because it's one of those things. Like he was on a list for Cultaholic as one of the legit wackos, like our true hardcore guys from the Cultaholic list.
Well, while you do that, we have to move on and have to say that after the match later on in the evening, Darby Allin literally got dragged.
Like, there's our thing right there. Yep, there's the shot.
Yeah, Darby Allin got put into a body bag and dragged by Team Taz through the parking lot, which I don't think that felt too good, really.
Let's put it this way. They probably patted the living shit out of Darby Allin to make sure he was actually safe-ish.
I would hope so, but
because there's no fucking way anyone in the goddamn world, especially in a freaking pandemic, they're going to let something like that slide.
I want to say yes, but the only thing...
They did slide pretty well behind the SUV.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Like, a part of me wants to say, yeah, they patted that really well, but then again, this is Darby Allin, who likes to jump off of bridges.
And this is Tony Khan who's going, you're gonna wear a few pads to make sure you're fucking safe. Or we're gonna gimmick the bag so that you don't tumble over and fucking die after 100 feet. Like, if I'm Tony Khan and they suggest that stunt, I'm like, you injure him, you buy him. At least that's my thought process.
You were about to say something, Shin?
Also, can we once again notice the fact that, again, even in 40-degree weather, Brian Cage doesn't wear a shirt.
No, he does not.
Like as soon before the cameras even got on, he was wearing a full-on parka, and all of a sudden, hey guys, I'm gonna take off my shirt right now. Like, hey, Brian, it's like 40 fucking degrees out here. Yeah, oh, man, I'm sweating.
I'll say, don't you know his other nickname? Nuclear Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, so the video itself is top 10 most violent wrestlers ever. And he was number 1. So I'm going to tell you that right now-ish.
Wow. Above even New Jack?
Onita. Atsushi Onita.
Oh, yeah, Onita. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah. That's the name that popped up for those for context there. And JC said New Jack was number 4. It's like, yeah, because Onita is much more of a crazy fucker than New Jack, if you believe that. Moving on.
Yeah, but by the way, I don't have it on the list, but New Jack and Mustafa Saeed are being teased for the Wrestling Code video game.
Rated M for mature. At this point, Wrestling Code video game. Yeah, there's going to be hardcore wrestlers on there. We got New Jack. We got new goddamn Jack.
Well, they already have like the Sandman in there and Just Incredible.
It'll be rated M just for the natural born Is it a Natural Born Killers or is it NWA he comes out to?
Original Gangsters.
Original Gangsters. Okay. The music is what I'm referring to.
New Jack's character will only have one button: murder.
Oh yeah, yeah, pretty goddamn much. It will not matter, folks. It will not matter. It will be murder.
And speaking of murder, Rosa and Layla had one hell of a match.
Layla Hirsch, future ex-wife number 11.
I thought it was number 12.
Had to take someone off the list.
Makes sense. No, but they had a very good match, man. That was Rosa and Hirsch, submission MMA based. That was awesome.
Yeah, they are both trained in that style. I mean, Rosa's only had one MMA fight, which she lost, but she still has a lot of training in it.
She kind of reminds me of a mix between Taz and Kurt Angle.
Well, yeah, she has sort of that stature.
She's got the small stature, but she has legitimate wrestling credentials. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And she suplexed like a motherfucker.
That too. That too. That
and the first
as well.
round of all the Japanese matches will be broadcasted Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on AEW's YouTube channel.
So they are keeping us in mind. That is a good thing. It's not the best scenario, but here's the thing. TV rights in the States and all that stuff, they may not want to air that stuff, and they want to air live television on Wednesdays. Dark is its own thing, so it kind of makes sense to do it as its own thing. It is not the best scenario, but it is better than nothing.
Better to watch it.
Finally, some decent wrestling on Monday, then.
There you go. There you go.
Not wrong. He's
not wrong.
You know, I think there's another wrestling show on Monday, but I just can't put my finger on it.
I know, right? It goes for 3 hours. Yeah. It's a long fucking bore.
Clearly, talking about TV's wrestling. Clearly, you're talking about independent pro wrestling TV. You know that stuff.
Oh no! That
could be it. That could be it.
It's not that Vince McMahon Jr. sports entertainment show he calls wrestling. Yeah.
No. I think you're talking about New Legacy Wrestling, where they did a run of No Mercy for the women's division, and the person they did the women's division run with was Vince McMahon.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Still not good as when they did a championship run with Jim Ross with his huge testicles.
My ass came out the Jim Ross's my ass.
Also, they know that Jim Ross has huge testicles.
True. Also, Guts Masterson, to be fair, Ring of Honor does Mondays as well. That's true.
That's true. And that is where Jonathan Bertram wrestles. So, Shin, if you're really serious about picking a fight with this dude, you know where to find him.
Yeah, okay, for context, we're off air, and Shintigercurl is doubling down on the fact that he thinks he could take Jonathan Gresham because he thinks Jonathan Gresham has no bones because he's an octopus.
I know where to find Jonathan Gresham, and it won't be on ROH. It'll be at the bottom of the ocean, inside of a shell or a tin can, or wherever he can stretch his no bones having ass in.
See, all you see Shin is just a can of spinach and punch him like Popeye did.
T-Dub, I think we need to lay down the thing that we've laid down before we went on there here. T-Dub is willing to put down $30 for Shin to step in the ring with Jonathan Gresham. Legit.
And Matty said he will match that and pay, what was it, $5 for every minute he lasts?
$5 for each minute he can last with Jonathan Gresham. Legit.
Although I can last that long, all I need to do is to book the match in Japan and surround the ring with the Japanese people because they actually eat octopus. He'll be too terrified to do anything.
Nothing. Shin, you actually have to surround the ring with sushi chefs.
Oh,
exactly.
Lumberjack death match, yeah.
He'll be too terrified of all that, all those chefs getting ready to carve him up and serve him on some rice with some nori.
Exactly.
We heard there was going to be an octopus here. Gus, hey, Gus is rice too. Takoyaki. Yeah, he'll never.
Takoyaki.
Yeah, Gus Masterson brought that up. T-Dub, if he goes like that, we might be out $65.
We won't. We'll be fine.
Well, we will be at least out $60 combined.
Thank you for the money. I need a new board game.
You won't have any limbs to play it with.
T-Dub, Shin, you actually have to step in the ring with that octopus. And for the belt, the ring. You do know that, right?
Yes, and he will be too terrified of the sushi chef surrounding the ring to do anything.
He still has to be in the ring for the money to count, dude.
He will be in the ring. That's the only place he will be safe.
I honestly hope this goes viral now because there's a sick part of me that wants to see this now. No, not the octopus and the Jonathan Gresham versus Shintigercurl. I actually want to see that now. T-Dub, let's continue.
Yes, continue on. Next week, we're getting the Young Bucks defending their tag team titles against Proud and Powerful after being egged on by the Good Brothers.
Because why not?
I guess, when you let your emotions run wild, you just defend your titles against whoever. And it helps that these guys are EVPs, so in kayfabe, it still kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And they are ranked, so
yeah,
give them at least that.
And speaking of Inner Circle people, someone who will no longer be a member of the Inner Circle is Sammy Guevara, who, after quitting, went down the babyface tunnel.
Left the building. The context, Sammy Guevara wanted to talk to MJF alone. MJF put down the phone-like recording device. Tries to egg on Sammy Guevara to say, I want to take over the Inner Circle. Naturally, Sammy Guevara is pissed, punches MJF right in the goddamn rib. MJF sells it like he does. And later, after the Y2MJF victory, Guevara steps out, says, I'm done, and he leaves. And of course, MJF goes, he's like all sad, he's like, yeah, that little grin on his face.
He pulled off a Xanatos gambit.
Mm-hmm.
That he
Just
did.
about, yeah, actually.
So it would have worked out either way. Either Sammy didn't find the recording and MJF would use it against him, or Sammy would find the recording and react the way he did. So it was win-win for MJF.
And speaking of something being a win-win, what we had here in our main event was a good old-fashioned Attitude Era brawl between Kenny Omega and Kenta taking on Mox and Archer.
And that was a sight to watch, just in general. They went all over the place. Someone forgot to lock up the wheels of the two tables. They do lock up. I do know that. So there's that. Folks, it's industrial equipment. There needs to be a lock on those wheels. They didn't lock them.
The referee had to stand there and keep them in place.
The pre-taped kitchen segment.
You sure that's pre-taped, dude?
I'm pretty sure it was pre-taped.
It didn't look like it was pre-fucking taped the way they were holding those fucking tables.
They could have still missed that detail.
And of course, Mox hitting Kenta with a potato.
Actual potatoes. And Tony Schiavone, I meant potato them. Which
turned the potato into Twisted Tea.
Yeah. No, yeah, Twisted Tea, that would have been an automatic DQ. Yeah, I know it's no DQ environment, but Twisted Tea is dangerous, man. Don't fuck around with that can. You do not fuck around with that can. And you know that, yeah, Tony Schiavone, he potatoed him, and my inner gaming nerd just went, mayhem memories.
And I love the usage of an insider term to make a pun. I love that.
It's a triple pun for me. It's like, we are all happy in our head places, is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say here.
He hit poor Kenta so hard with those potatoes that he thought he was Adele with Tommy for a minute.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, for those who don't know, potatoing someone is when you punch them for real really hard.
Yeah. So basically, Vader versus Shamrock in that match in '97.
Yeah, those two potatoed the hell out of each other.
Oh yeah.
Or Nia Jax potatoing Becky Lynch.
Yeah, that is the modern case of it. Absolutely.
So this match was wild. Tons of interference from the Good Brothers, and in the end, Kenny Omega pins Lance Archer, which I thought was going to happen because he seemed to be the odd man out as far as status goes when it comes to title matches and all that. And even after the bell rung, Kenta was just punching away at Jon Moxley's unconscious body.
Because
By the way, sorry, go ahead.
But it didn't really hurt Archer too much since it took like 3-4 guys to finally put the pin on him.
He sold it because I'm like, well, it's a 2-hour show. They got to end it eventually. He just went to the Good Brothers and Kenta going, dude, I got an itch on my back. Did you get it? Lower. Gallows, don't fuck that buck putt. Kick the damn back. There you go. Thank you. Everybody dies.
By the way, interesting little note. According to Rocky Romero, when Kenny Omega showed up at the Impact pay-per-view wearing Bullet Club stuff, apparently he did not get permission from New Japan to do that.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Legit, I want to know, why am I not surprised?
This point, anything could happen.
I want, at the pay-per-view, the lights to go out, they go back on, Jay White and Tama Tonga are in the ring, they help Kenny win, and then as they're celebrating, Blade Runner.
You know what I see? Tetsuya Naito come out, no fanfare, he just comes out through the crowd with some popcorn and just sits down and starts watching the show.
No, even better. Right next to Orange Cassidy. Loaf off. Put that shit on pay-per-view. Loaf off. Hey, speaking of Naito, I read. Actually, I saw the thing. Ibushi retains at New Beginning pay-per-view and all that stuff. Naito comes out and says, "No, I don't want the heavyweight belt. Okay, cool, but I want my white belt back. I want my IC belt." He's going after the Intercontinental Championship.
So I guess he's getting put into that Nakamura position.
If there's a position that it seems tailor-made for Naito right now, goddamn, that would be one right there.
I could see it. They definitely.
I could legitimately see that.
They need a knack for the IC belt right now.
And right now, the big story is they want to continue with Ibushi, and that kind of makes sense because they've invested a lot of time and money on the guy already. But Naito, he's established, and you don't want to fuck him over too much. And it makes sense. It's the belt that's tormenting him. But at this point, I'm like, he could be like, look, you're about to destroy, you're about to unify the one thing I hated, loved and hated, but I don't care. I want my white belt back.
A white belt that you know in a replica of.
Yeah, I do. I got it on Tuesday. Legit, I got a replica of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. It is on my bed right now. I am looking at it right now. It's a beauty. It's a beauty in person, folks. I'm not going to lie.
Let Naito get it and have him. I say have him and LIJ feud with Empire.
Ooh.
I thought Empire was feuding with Chaos.
They are right now, but they're on the tail end of that feud, or they're going to be in that tail end after Naito picks up the IC belt whenever that happens, I'm sure. That seems like a natural feud. I could actually see Ospreay as the Intercontinental title, as the Intercontinental champion down the line.
Either Ospreay or Cobb.
Both are good, man. Both are good, actually.
Let's see Cobb with the belt, but moving on to the world of, unless you have anything else to add.
No. It was a good segue. You have to take advantage of it.
All right, moving on to WWE. We have an engagement on our hands between Keith Lee and Mia Yim.
Muscle Tough. Oh, they post. Mia posted the picture on Instagram and Twitter. It is beautiful. They are a beautiful couple. Goddamn right. Happy for them.
Yeah, so happy for Mia Yim and Keith Lee. She's always been impressed by Keith Lee's BBC.
God damn it. We had a happy moment and you had to ruin it with Big Bang Catastrophe.
What? I'm just saying she is a fan of Keith Lee's BBC. Is there anything wrong with that?
Phrasing.
I like his BBC.
Phrasing.
Do you like Keith Lee's BBC?
Fucking seriously, we're not doing phrasing anymore.
Keith Lee's BBC is amazing.
God damn it.
Michelle, I know you're married right now, but what do you think of Keith Lee's BBC?
I'll tell you, without the BBC, where would we be? We wouldn't even have Doctor Who without the BBC.
Good turnaround.
Yes,
good turnaround.
See, we all like the BBC. What's your problem, Matty?
Without Keith Lee's BBC, he wouldn't even have a single championship run in WWE.
There you go. Not even Vince McMahon could say no to the BBC.
So we're not doing phrasing anymore. Got it.
Yeah, but pal, I love the way you use your BBC. It's just wow.
You know, and this is a good night time as any. Thank you, Hairball. Her hole! Her hole! Oh, God. Yeah, that hole took Keith Lee's BBC, if you know what I mean. And I think you do.
Very mad, Matty. How dare you?
Hey, the way she sold it, man, it sounded like she really cracked something up her tail.
Anyways, yeah, between Keith Lee's BBC, Nia Jax's hole, and Charlie Caruso saying that she likes DP, are we sure this isn't the Attitude Era 2.0?
People have been saying bring back the Attitude Era for what, like 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for, fuckers. You're about to make it worse.
Not kink shaming.
No kink shaming. I'm just saying you're about to make the TV show worse. I know. It's mind blowing when you think about it.
I'm about to say, with the way Raw is right now, how can it get worse?
Never.
You just jinxed it, Mike. Thank you. I get to
Mike Schell, take my advice. Never, ever tempt fate. Ever.
I always tempt fate. That's why I roll one.
Like that cloud alien said in Futurama, he found a way.
By the way, he's not kidding. He rolls ones. He froze in a tabletop setting. He's got a shield with a gun on it, frozen like Captain America's shield. Never gonna let you live it down, brah.
Nope.
And in more congratulatory news, Eric and Sarah Logan are now expecting a child. Hooray!
They actually have the child.
They had the child, actually.
Oh, yeah.
They had the child.
They had the baby. They had the baby. They were expecting last year, as a matter of fact.
Hooray to the new baby Viking.
Yes. Skål!
That sounds like a Viking name to me, so congratulations to the couple on their new child.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. find his name. I just saw it.
I did not hear that name, by the way. You got cut off there.
I'm looking for the name.
Ah. Yeah, Hairball, 44 hours of labor. Jesus.
That is a little excessive, just a little bit.
That's a baby. That's a baby that was stage shy right there.
And I found it with a nice picture of Sarah and her newborn son, Raymond Cash Rowe.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Indeed, Raymond Cash sounds like an action movie protagonist.
Coming this fall. They tried to take him out, but he was too tough to stop. Raymond Cash in Vengeance. My name is Ice Cream.
By the same man that played Little Tortilla Boy. Okay, Mike got that one good. Okay.
Moving on. So WWE have unveiled their plan to get the younger demographic. Because, that's been slipping away for the past, 10 years.
At least. Let me get the HBK button here. Go ahead.
So their plan to get the younger demographic is to use celebrities. All right, so celebrities can be useful. Like using Bad Bunny too.
They have the talent. Celebrities ain't gonna be the answer. It's better writing.
Yes.
Better fucking writing. You have the talent. You got the genius. Just tell Vince not to fuck up the script and let the writers do their goddamn job for 6 fucking months.
The biggest problem with WWE is the fact that Vince is in his late 70s at this point.
He's pretty. I'm googling that shit right now. I'm not hitting the goddamn button. How old is Vince McMahon? Google.
Here are some results.
No. How old is Vince McMahon?
75 years old.
You heard that, right?
75.
70 goddamn 5.
That is too old to be writing television for people between the ages of 18 and 35. He is literally over double the age.
He is literally Principal Skinner saying, "No, it is the children who are wrong."
I know the perfect way to tap into the young folks. Get me PewDiePie.
You'd have better luck with Markiplier.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Markiplier?
Yeah.
Who the hell is Markiplier?
Markiplier's the sex appeal of YouTube.
No, the sex appeal of YouTube is a vintage video of Gary Stridham.
So good with WWE and their, as usual, short-term efforts.
And then you wonder why we don't bother starting at 10 anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of scheduling, I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say this every week until they do so. Please get NXT off of Wednesdays, because until they do, I will not watch that show. I just can't. It's too much on one day.
USA. We'll let you keep the third fucking hour. It's your fucking shit show. Go right ahead. Take NXT off of Wednesdays. Because here's the thing.
Brand.
I watch NXT. I watch the go home show after the Wednesday show. They had a good go home show.
Everyone tells me
they did. And they're getting their asses kicked by AEW, despite the fact that the 24-hour news cycle is covering every goddamn thing under the goddamn sun. I'm not going to say what the fuck's going on, folks. You know what the fuck is going on. But still.
They can't compete. AEW is doing something revolutionary right now by working with 2 other well-known brands, and NXT just can't compete with it.
And the thing is, if they're to move NXT to Thursdays, it would not only help AEW, it would help NXT as well. I guarantee you, you put them on separate days, their ratings will go up so much. AEW would probably get 1 million weekly, and NXT might actually do 800,000 to 1 million as well.
They could do 1 million. On Thursday, they could do 1 million.
Mm-hmm. Because when you look at the combined numbers for both shows, it's about 1.6 to 1.8 million each week. That's insane. Imagine if those two shows were given their own day to just flourish. The ratings would rise, and it would help everyone.
But Vince doesn't want to do that. He just wants to compete with AEW, even if it hurts him in the long run.
And I got to echo something that my buddy Riggs said on Facebook. Because he was actually answering the post. I was asking, which show do you watch every week, NXT or AEW? He says AEW because Raw has basically broken down any spirit he has for the future of anyone on NXT, and because NXT really is just like, okay, here's the guys for now, and then
I've been saying that since the goddamn beginning of Dynamite. By the way, ever since NXT started competing with Dynamite, I said they're gonna get fucked over by they're gonna be guilt by association. Guess what? Right there, your buddy Riggs, textbook fucking example of why I'm fucking right.
Yes, you are 100% right. And more and more people are just, it's hard to get invested with NXT sometimes because it's like, okay, you're doing really well with them now, but when they get called up, is there going to be any hope for them?
Whereas with old.
Whereas with AEW, we're slowly seeing people like MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, Joey Janela. We're seeing...
Oh, they might do something with MJF, or they could have if Triple H would have picked them up for Tough Enough.
Yeah, but on AEW, we're seeing so many of these people. People like Private Party, fucking Proud Powerful. We're seeing so many tag teams. The Varsity Blondes. Everyone's like getting slowly but surely built up. And of course, the longest term project they've had since day one, pushing this guy to the main event scene bit by bit, week to week, is Hangman Page.
Hangman Page, and then followed by Darby Allin as a TNT champion. Hangman Page is our longest term project. And it's winning.
And of course, you got Jungle Boy, who was an unexpected but welcome surprise.
And also, my wife's favorite is Orange Cassidy, of all things, and she doesn't even watch the wrestling.
She has excellent taste. She has excellent taste, Mike Shell.
Yes.
I think Orange Cassidy could do a good job of getting in the casuals because for the people who don't like the wrestling part and just like goofy comedy stuff, he's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, even Gabby doesn't watch wrestling, and even she likes Orange Cassidy.
And also, I'd like to say, too, I believe it was Brody Lee Jr. who wanted to dress up like him for Halloween last year. Good choice.
Yeah.
One day, everyone will recognize that costume.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, moving on here, according to Russell Votes, there's a lot of anger backstage because, legitimate, fuming anger because there's a management team called, and apparently nobody's getting a raise or any bonuses in the near future, despite them boasting about record profits.
Fuck you.
Fuck you and your goddamn ass. Oh, by the way, that same management team, rumor has it. Now, it's a rumor, and I've read that, and I'm like, oh, it's a rumor. There's no fucking way. But rumor has it that same management team's looking into, what if we sold the WWE? Again, grain of salt. I don't believe it either, but it is worth noting. I'm like, you're going to sell this goddamn company for parts, and you're going to fuck over a whole lot of people. It's starting to happen with the goddamn network, by the way. Which, by the way, I'm still for. By the way, if you folks have Peacock, go right the fuck ahead. But still,
I'm just wondering. So far from what I can see, the people who would probably buy this company out, there's only really two entities. Either NBC buys them out wholesale, or it's going to be Disney. One of those two.
There's a sick part of me that wants Disney to buy the WWE and fuck them up as hard as they fucked up Power Rangers.
Ah, hey Vince, now it's time to start kissing my ass.
And for the record, they didn't completely fuck up Power Rangers, but they bought Power Rangers to put it on the goddamn shelf and use the syndicated rights.
Yep.
Give you an idea. Actually, who knows what they could do with WWE? I don't know, but well, it's one of those things.
If you think things are corporate now, the moment that one of these bigger entities buys the company, you're going to see corporate synergy like never before, and it is going to be absolutely disgusting. Like
you know what though? I think about this. Disney buys WWE. That means Nikki and Brie Bella become Disney princesses.
Oh my God!
Oh sweet Jesus!
Make sure you're out of your family. No. But in that same vein, he's geniusing because if Nikki and Brie are Disney princesses, Becky Lynch is a Disney goddamn princess. Prove me the fuck wrong.
Not princess. Becky Lynch is a goddamn queen.
Tell that to Charlotte Flair.
Now I have this mental image of Becky Lynch putting the disarmor on Pocahontas.
Yeah. And Charlotte Flair trying to do it. And Charlotte Flair trying to put a figure eight on the freaking mermaid, on the Little Mermaid. Trying to figure it out. I was like, how do I do this?
I'll say, tag team, Becky Lynch and Merida.
Ooh.
Oh, Scottish ass kickers. Yes, I want that.
Yeah.
Irish ass kickers. Come on.
Irish ass kickers.
Come on.
Oh, wait a minute. If does that mean that we do a crossover with Princess and the Frog? That doesn't mean we get the Voodoo Man voiced by Keith David in the WWE.
Fucking A.
No, we get Papa Shango in there.
Yes.
Better yet, a whole faction of them. Think about it. The Voodoo Man from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Papa Shango, the Boogeyman.
Oh. I know it's only a mini series and all that stuff, but the fantasy booking in me is going, what if WandaVision did WWE?
Oh,
Better yet, WandaVision, and she's having her dinner guest, famed news reporter from Utica, Lance Catamaran.
Ooh. Oh.
And I just have one more bit of news left in this little bit here.
Oh, don't fuck up our. Oh yeah, you know what, the bit's done. Who am I kidding?
You guys have peaked with this, so let's
we
move
have
on
peaked with Lance Catamaran.
Yeah, we kind of peaked with Lance.
So the last thing I'll say is, watch Chocopro from Gato Move. It is becoming one of my favorite wrestling shows to watch.
Oh.
So essentially what Chocopro is, it's a regularly broadcasted live on the Gato Move YouTube channel, which is the wrestling promotion owned and operated by Emi Sakura. And what they do is, they have this mat set up in an office, set up next to the wall, and next to the wall is a window, and they just wrestle there, live, from Japan. And right now they're broadcasting live, actually. And the main event is this tag team match with special referee Hikaru Shida.
Ooh.
You had me at Hikaru.
Damn.
So yeah, if you want just some good wholesome wrestling, it's right there. It's about 1 to 2 hours, and they have shows on the weekends, and they also have various other streams. One thing they do every Wednesday night is live reactions to Dynamite.
Nice. Put a link in the Discord chat, in the chat. By the way, that would be that's a good idea right there.
Well, then.
You do that, bud. You do that.
Yes. I have some news if T-Dub is done.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Recently, it has become to reveal that Braun Strowman is recovering from a blood infection, hence why he's not been on TV.
So basically the reason was he had that infection. Turns out that Rumble appearance was he was feeling okay, and then he was gone again for the same thing, actually.
And he actually posted a comment which he said, and I quote, "I got really sick over the weekend. I got an infection that got into my blood system. Had to get put in onto a lot of antibiotics for that. It was awful. I've dropped like 15 pounds in 5 days. Couldn't eat and stuff like that. But it looks like I've gained 50 pounds of water weight. All my joints and everything are swollen and inflamed, but the antibiotics are working. I'm feeling better. I'm going to nip this thing in the bud, get back to training, put that mask back on, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon." So we may rip on you a lot, big man, but we don't want you to get hurt or die.
I've said it before, and I will say it again. With the occasional exception, the only reason when we take a dump on when we go after a wrestler, we rip on a wrestler, it is the character we see on screen, not the actual person outside of it. There are exceptions, of course, but we don't go after the person's personal life unless it is duly deserved.
Indeed, and
in the sense of we roast the loved ones we love. In that sense,
yeah, we definitely don't want Braun Strowman to die because
no,
anyone.
Hell, that's a hell of a comeback right there.
Yep.
I honestly feel bad for him because it's just one step back after another for the past few months with him.
You know what? It's one of those cases of out of sight, out of mind. It's not the worst situation in the world for him at this point. What's best is taking care of his body, taking care of himself. He'll be back better than ever. And JC in the chat, I have some news.
Ready to give out these hands.
There you go. JC in the chat, I have some news. Sadly, Terry Funk had to ask fans to stop sending fan mail due to health reasons. Yeah, he's, I don't know, I don't remember who said it on Twitter, but...
Dustin Rhodes.
Yes. Thank you. Terry Funk's going through some health situation. It has not been specified yet, and I don't think I want to know if it's...
Dustin said last week that he had hip pain. First he just had a lot of pain, and then everyone was freaking out, and then just Dustin had to calm everyone down by saying it's just hip pain.
Yeah, let's hope old Funker can kick this, whatever it is.
There have been very few people who've been as unselfish to pro wrestling as Terry Funk. He's wrestled from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, where he was jumping off of ladders and just doing a whole bunch of dangerous shit in ECW. And then even through to the late 2000s, this man is an absolute icon, and I can't even imagine the wrestling landscape, what it would be like without him in it.
Yep. All right, and in other news, congratulations to Leo Rush. He is now the new AAA Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, he became the first ever co-champion between MLW and AAA. So MLW is surely climbing those ranks as well.
He's
he's
hanging in there, man. He's getting better and better, and he's doing the right things at this point.
Yep, and he also released a Twitter basically calling out Darby Allin, TJP, and Hiromu Takahashi. He basically wants to be a belt collector now, so he wants to be gunning for their belts. So
he's the middleweight champion in MLW. He's the cruiserweight champion in AAA.
Correct.
So now he wants the TNT.
So Leo wants to go on a quest for gold.
He wants to procure all the gold.
Let's see, TNT champion, IWGP junior heavyweight champion,
X Division champion,
champion. If they can make it work, yeah.
I
don't see why not.
I wouldn't mind it. He has gotten better, if possible.
And right now, all the doors in wrestling seem wider open than they've ever been.
It took the leaving of a dude who didn't want the dude to do the thing in the first place at a goddamn pandemic, but hey, we got Kenta on TNT.
Yeah.
We got Kenta on TNT, and we got Bullet Club all over the place. Go fig.
And my last two bits of news are both related to one Sleazy E, Eric Bischoff. I couldn't find a quote for one of them, but I did find another one where he said in an interview with Ringside News that he believes that Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns will not be the faces of the company for WWE.
Really?
That's fascinating.
Okay, who does he think it'll be?
In his own words, he said this. It wouldn't surprise me at some point Vince McMahon made up his mind that he would never allow anyone talent to become so powerful that he or she could put WWE into a secondary position. I think that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of top talent. Drew is a great example. Roman is another great example. Either or both of them could be that talent that could be the face of the company, as people like to refer to as. Do I think either of them will get there? I don't. Not because I don't have the ability, but because I don't think the business model for WWE wants it.
It's the plan. It's because that makes sense, because that's why the brand split is there. We got 2 world champions instead of the 1 world champion. It's stupid, but there's that.
No, it's not that. It's not that. What Bischoff is getting at is Vince McMahon has become so paranoid. I've been hearing this story for like the past 10 years. Vince McMahon has been getting so paranoid ever since The Rock left that he does not want to create another big star. Like John Cena really was like the last big star they really put all their weight behind. And once again, he left for Hollywood.
He left for Hollywood.
Yeah, and the story's been going around for years and years and years that Vince McMahon has become so paranoid of anyone else leaving for Hollywood that he doesn't want anyone to become that popular again. However, it's going to happen. Look at Sasha Banks. She's already stepped 1 foot into the acting world, and she got rave reviews for it. So for all we know, in the next 5 years, Sasha Banks could become the next big action star in Hollywood. You can't stop it, Vince, so you might as well try. You might as well actually try to push these people.
It's the fear of leaving, but at the same time, they need a big star and make a shitload of money on that star. Bring that some of the notoriety back.
Well, at this point, they don't.
Cody's in fairness, in comparison, Cody in that sense is that ace. In a sense, he's Cody the mainstream guy.
Yeah, and the thing is, at this point, WWE doesn't technically need the money because they got money flowing in from like 10 different sources that have nothing to do with
But they need the notoriety because eventually those contracts are going to run out. And what happened to those ratings? They need some way to get those ratings up, and sometimes you need that one or 2 big stars.
Yeah, they are going to need their Austin, their Rock, their Hogan, their Cena. They're going to need somebody to take on that mantle of just being that ultimate ass kicker. And right now, for the face side, Drew's perfect, and for the heel side, Roman's perfect. It would be great for them to fully get behind them for like the next 1 to 2 years and fully just push them like they've never been pushed before and make the audience know, like, hey, these are our guys. These are the people representing the company. They need to do that.
And the better part on this, it does, Drew got they got infected with coronavirus. That didn't stop him from cutting a promo. There are ways to get around it to keep everybody strong in this new world that we are living in.
Oh wait, I'm expecting nothing but huge reactions during WrestleMania weekend when like Drew makes his entrance.
Ooh, even at 25 people in that 25,000 people in that stadium, that is going to be a pop. That is going to be a pop. I hope it's a pop.
Yeah, because WWE has not been without fans for over a year. So, whoever that first person is to make their entrance, even if it's just for the pre-show, they're going to be more over there than they've ever been in their career.
Do you think they start with a major championship, like either WWE or Universal for that reason?
That's very
first
possible.
Match in front of a big public crowd.
Yeah, after the pre-show's all done, they get the pyro going and everything. I think
first on the main card. Yeah.
Yeah, I could easily see them starting with a world title match just for the sake of, okay, we know this person is going to get the loudest reaction out of anyone on the card because it's the first match that people at least have seen in ages when it comes to main show cards. So let's get our big guy out there. And then they could easily end the night with, since it's going to be 2 nights, they could end one night with a women's title match and then start off the next night with a women's title match.
And the last night main events with the other world title. The other men's
there
world
you go.
title. Mm-hmm. Whichever it was. We don't know which one it is going to be. At this point, it doesn't exactly matter, per se. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but in that sense.
Anyways, this is all speculation.
This is, the last few minutes we've just been speculating at that point. The whole Disney the whole Disney fantasy thing, good Lord.
And I was able to find the other comment that has apparently gotten Eric Bischoff in a lot of hot water with wrestling fans online. He said that he believes that AEW has flatlined.
No. I mean...
The quote is, I quote, AEW last week did about 800,000 viewers. They've opened the door with 1.5 million viewers and haven't been able to crack 1 million since, or if they have been, it's only been 1 or 2 occasions. They've essentially flatlined at 700,000 or 800,000 viewers on average for the last year and a half, unquote.
Has he watched the news in the last couple of months?
Doubtful.
Because if he did, he could probably go, oh, that could explain it. You look at the ratings, and people, Brian Alvarez, he's one that looks at all the ratings. Look at all the ratings. Look, 700, 800,000, that's still very good for Impact, not Impact, for AEW. But here's the thing. They could be going higher, but everyone decides, I don't want to watch wrestling. I don't want the crazy ass clown who thinks he still won an election try to get it going through court proceedings. That's what's going on. The real world is out booking the wrestling.
Yeah, who would have thought that real life would eventually find a way to be even more insane than people fighting in underwear for a belt?
Don't even keep your pants up.
You know, under normal parlances and everything goes the way things are, they lose out on a lot, but normal circumstances, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if they've plateaued. They're still growing technically.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just that the outside world is pretty much has wrestling by the balls. Real world has wrestling. Real world has the real world by the balls.
The real world has a tighter grip on wrestling's balls than Stephanie McMahon has on Triple H's balls.
Very true. Very true. That being said, though, we got to take a break. We shall return with our thoughts on NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Yeah, NXT's got a pay-per-view. We'll talk about that when we come back. Do not go too far.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
At the beach, Matt Carlson has a Snickers to keep hunger at bay. Packed with peanuts, Snickers handles hunger, and now Matt is ready for anything. Feeling rejuvenated, Matt decides to catch a monster wave, but steps on an anthill. The ants attack, and he is spotted by the judges of a nearby dance contest, who award him first prize, a trip to Tokyo. While there, Matt attends a popular game show where he defeats one of Japan's top wrestlers. This impresses mystery guest WWE superstar Ric Flair, who partners with Matt to win the WWE Tag Team title. Eat a Snickers and become a WWE champion. Make it happen with Snickers.
This is WMOB Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
And we're back. RBT Entertainment Production, Wrestle-Cast, Automatic, Spotify, YouTube, podcasting places, Matty, T-Dub, Shintigercurl, and our guest, the birthday boy, Mike Shell. Mr. Fez.
If you will.
If you will. Hey, I'm not going to waste too much time, boys. We may as well get this out of the way and get to the winners and losers. NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day from the Capitol Wrestling Center inside the Performance Center in WWE land in Orlando, Florida. Matches are as follows. Actually, this is an interesting point that I think I need to make. Despite the fact that I just played Ciampa's indie theme. Talking Heads, Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? You get the idea. So, no Undisputed Era, no Ciampa in this
has
card.
to be the first NXT TakeOver in years with neither of them.
Gargano's, he's still around, but he's a North American champion. He's got to do a job here. He's got to work in there with that belt in there. The match order is a little mixed up thanks to Wikipedia, but it is as follows: Io Shirai versus Toni Storm versus Mercedes Martinez. Triple threat for the women's championship. Io Shirai still has that belt, by the way.
I think that Toni Storm's walking away as champion.
Makes sense. They've been building her up.
There's only one obvious answer. Legit Layla Hirsch.
She's in the AEW tournament, dude.
Who gives?
The forbidden doors are open.
Who gives?
Thank you, Mike Shell. The forbidden door has been opened.
That mean she's just gonna walk. That means that doesn't.
Well,
you can have just.
We're all confused. We're confused here. Shen, are we sure we want to open that forbidden door? Because that door looks to be connected to the Pandora's box.
It's already.
Let's say Nia Jax has already called it her hole. So yeah.
Oh God. I was waiting for someone to turn that into a running gag. I was waiting to do that. Thank you, Mike. In case you were wondering, they have Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics, both men's and women's, because they have a tag team division in the women's division. I don't know if you noticed. We haven't. The finalists for the women's side, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez taking on Amber Moon and Shotzi Blackheart.
To me, because the current champions are heels, it must be Moon and Blackheart. And that end, I'd like to see them with some gold.
Yeah, for those wondering, winners will also receive a future NXT Tag Team. WB Women's Tag Team Championship match. Yeah, so they brought it up. So yeah, that makes sense. I was reading the men's card.
I was gonna root for Fire and Flavor in this, but then I remembered they don't give those belts to black women anymore because those two aren't black anymore. So,
yeah.
As spoken by the king of black people, Morgan Freeman.
How's that appeal process going along? I'm assuming not well.
They have tried.
Wi-Fi.
They have tried.
There we go. We hear you, Mike.
Oh, there you go, Mike. They have tried to appeal their claims, but they have still yet to season their food, and so they have been condemned to the hell of potato salad with raisins in it.
God damn, that's a fate worse than death, Mr. Freeman.
It is a fate deserving of those who have lost their black cards, such as Fire and Flavor.
They can always buy spices at the grocery store. Get some pepper, throw that in there, get some jalapenos.
Their whiteness will turn it into sugar.
What about the jalapenos? You can't turn that into sugar.
They'll find a way.
What they deserve.
They will find a way.
They will find a way. Even if you deep fry it on a stick.
Aha! I got that. MSK, Nash Carter, and Wes Lee, they're taking on grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson. For the men's side of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the winners will receive a shot at the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Once again, the tag team champions are heels, so must go to MSK, and I think that would be great. We saw them quite a bit on Impact Wrestling as the Rascals, so it would be nice to see them also get a tag team title run in NXT.
I can see that happening. Thoughts, gentlemen?
It's a tough call, but I'm going with the new up-and-coming tag team of Tetsuya Naito and Orange Cassidy, the slobs of wrestling, to take this one.
Yes. Yes. And folks, that's how Shintigercurl, that's how much Shintigercurl, that's how much Shintigercurl cares about the WWE product right now. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Finn Balor. No, wait. This is the main event. Johnny Gargano takes on Kushida for the NXT North American Championship. I know we want to put someone from New Japan in there, but we got to put the belt on Kushida here.
Yeah, it's put the belt on Kushida. They've done, from what I heard, they've done a great job protecting him on the weekly show.
They have.
Now it's time for
Absolutely.
him to finally get a belt. Put belt on Kushida. Put belt on Kushida.
The answer is obvious, and you all know what I'm going to say.
God damn it.
Minoru Suzuki.
No, it's going to be Lexter Dumas. Clone of Dexter Loomis.
You're wrong here. You're wrong, Shen, because you have to put belt on Kushida so that Hiromu Takahashi can walk through and go, belt for belt. I mean, wait, who is he? He is still the junior champion, right?
No, Hiromu's going to be busy with his feud with John Silver, the most
Yeah. You're right. Absolutely. Shit, who would they put in there now? In our headcanon that we're developing here. God, fuck.
Well, while you're thinking that, we have our
God damn, that broke your internet for a second, dude. But I got it. I got it.
It's so powerful.
I got it. Kushida wins his belt, and all of a sudden, all healed up, ready to go, Katsuyori Shibata. Genius.
And then Kushida promptly lays the North American title in the ring and gets the fuck out of Dodge.
True talks to Triple H, goes, I'm not fucking with him. He's your problem now, brah. Anyway.
But he's just a guy. He's just wearing black trunks. Like, nope.
Have you been in the ring with him? Go ahead. Be my guest. Get right ahead. Face Katsuyori Shibata. Tell him the word stiff.
But then all of a sudden you hear.
So what would Walter's reaction to Shibata be?
I will fight him.
No words needed. No.
And Shibata would just say,
no.
I will fight him.
No.
That is all.
No. There are no words needed. Shibata's in the ring. Walter's in the ring. Stare down. Logo. Sell the shit out of those pay-per-views. Don't fuck around. That's the match. No build up. You do my way or whatever on the on the promo thing. Just put that thing on a poster and sell a shitload of pay-per-views.
Shibata gets the mic and he says, I saw what you did to Dragunov. That was nice for a warm-up.
All right, let's bring it back to reality for the last one. Finn Balor beat Dunn, NXT title. Balor's going to retain.
Time to win the belt so much, though.
I know.
They've done so well building it, done up like the past 4 years. He was NXT UK champion forever and a day. So like this is his time. It's his time.
Finn Balor wins, and Shin. Who's our contender after that one? We got to keep the running gag going. Let's go.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Matty J, TWK of TWK Reviews, and Mike Shell. It is I, your friend, Shintigercurl. Your friend, Shintigercurl, believes that the cruiserweight Pete Dunne will be the new NXT World Champion.
Oh, Pete, we missed you. How have you been? Good luck on Sunday.
I am not Cruiserweight, Pete Dunne. I am your friend, Shintigercurl.
Oh, don't need to hide. We're excited for you. Big main event on Sunday.
I have missed you, Shintigercurl.
AJ
All right,
Styles.
all right,
Pete, I need to tell you something.
all right, you bastards. You ruined me. You shut me out.
Oh, but it's no need to be in a bad mood. You're gonna win that thing, aren't you?
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in the most glorious mood I've ever been in my entire life. Look at my smiling face and my cheerful voice. I'm gonna beat that tosser right back to his home island of Trashburg.
Finn Balor's from Ireland.
Yeah.
I know what I bloody said. Yeah, hey, Matty, you were trying to find a promo, a clip of a promo. I got it right here. Let me translate for you. I'm Pete Dunne, and I'm gonna kick your face in. I'm Finn Balor, and I'm a total git, and I like to dress up like comic book characters because I don't have a girlfriend. Please take my belt. I'm not a male man like you, Pete Dunne. Well, finally, you're talking some sense. Now go in the back and get me a sandwich from Titus Catering. I'll do that, Pete Dunne, man among men.
His catering makes some really mean Philly cheesesteaks.
They do. They do.
That's right, man. Titus Catering, man. It's legit. 3 kinds of cheeses for those cheesesteaks, man. Serious, man.
And the steaks
some effort
provided by Omaha Steaks.
Delicious Omaha steaks. I love them. I love them. They're good. They come with all these kind of flavors and size. And you order, you get 3 steaks, 2 sides of sausage, a wagon wheel full of cheese, and a whole garbage truck full of prime Minnesota grade barbecue sauce. Omaha steaks.
And there's a free coupon for JL's barbecue sauce too. Take advantage of that, folks.
Indeed.
Because if we're gonna multiverse this shit like WandaVision is apparently going. Let's go multiverse on this bitch. Come on. Bring back Lord Alfred Hayes. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. What the fuck am I doing? I got the thing right here. What the fuck? Got the fucking thing right here.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Got the thing right here.
But if you want a challenger for the championship, it's easy. Hold up! Hold up! It's not gonna go down like that. You remember me? Eddie Kingston, the realest dude on the street. Finn Balor, you had comic books. We had matchstick books. You don't know nothing about the streets. And Pete Dunne, if you look at me funny, I'll beat the fish and chips out of your ass. So don't look at me. Don't even look at me.
I forgot about Eddie Kingston for a second. Thank you. Eddie Kingston versus Finn Balor. Yes, please. Yeah. That's how you end a show right there.
I believe now it's time for winners and losers.
Thank you, Tina. Winners and losers time. Mike, birthday boy, you get the honors.
Losers. Let's see here. Obviously Raw. For all the obviously Raw reasons. Eric Bischoff for thinking AEW's gone flat, which is still growing. And that's about all I can think of.
No, it's okay. No shame there. No shame there, Shin.
You already know what's coming, boys.
D-Cell, baby. Here we go.
Patented Shintigercurl D-Cell Battery Award, and it is going to the WWE, but not for the reasons you think. Last Wednesday, this previous Wednesday, WWE released a poll on their Twitter. The poll was, who has the best spine buster in WWE history?
I saw this, and they did not include Double A.
How in the blue hell can you include a list of the best spine busters without the guy who made the spine buster what it is? A guy who in his 60s can still do a pretty boss-ass spine buster. Really? They didn't even have Farouk, and he had the best spine buster in WWE during the Attitude Era.
He did.
Bar none. I dare you
He
to find a
did.
better spine buster.
He
in
did.
the Like, his was just Jesus. Like,
His was the fuck around and find out kind. No finesse, just slam.
just like he slammed you down for even thinking of trying to wrestle him. Like, are you stupid? He just looked down at you like, dumb suck of shit. Damn. That's it. That's what I'm gonna call the damn. Because anytime you see that spine buster, you go, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Arn Anderson's son, who looks exactly like him.
Yeah, he was at ringside on Wednesday, and Dave mentioned that he has begun training for a professional wrestler. And if he's anything like his dad, oh boy, some shoulders are going to be popped.
Yeah, let's hope the spine buster isn't genetic.
Yeah, he's going to inherit that spine buster, but I'm talking about the Minnesota Wrecking Crew as in pick apart and destroy it.
Very.
Arms, legs, and shoulders are going to be fucked up.
As for losers in general, Raw for just being Raw. WWE's heads not giving their staff overtime or raises for working through this shit show of this pandemic, and Eric Bischoff for throwing in his 2 cents where it didn't belong.
I mean, he's allowed to say his 2 cents. He just will defend to the death the right for him to say those wrong things at least. T-Dub.
We'll lose this week. Just one. And it's someone who you definitely would not expect to ever be on my loser list. However, this person made a really dumb tweet. And that's none other than Keith Lee.
What?
What did he say?
What the hell did he tweet to raise your ire, dude?
So someone asked him, hey, who are your favorite musicians? And how do you put this person in a list of people? I wouldn't have been mad, but he put this person front and center. And he is one of the musicians I hate the most. I hate this person. I hate them. I hate them. I loathe them with every fiber of my being. And that is Tom McDonald.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, good. Keep it that way.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Tom McDonald's a Canadian rapper who makes edgelord raps. And here's every topic of every song he's ever written. I'm white. I'm straight. It's so hard being white and straight. Every fucking song. And I know this because I had a manager that would play all his fucking songs all the time. And it just, God, how is this guy popular?
So this is not only a case of shitty rapper, it's shitty rapper overplayed.
Not that, but he's just Tom McDonald is just one of the absolute worst. I hate this guy. I hate this guy more than I hate auto-tune rap, and I fucking detest auto-tune rap.
So
I googled I googled the man. He's Canadian? Really?
Yeah, like I said, he's Canadian.
So basically, he's the anti-Weird Al.
Yes. Let's go with that.
I wish I did not hit his wiki. T-Dub, you're gonna be happy you put him in the loser list. According to Wiki, Tom McDonald is a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and former professional wrestler.
Stay the fuck out of my business.
Oh, it's an emphasis on former here. Oh.
Must not have been a good wrestler, since I've never heard of him.
Under the ring name All-Star.
Tom McDonald, you're on my losers list for that name. That is...
Yeah, former professional wrestler, and there's not much on him, so he did not do goddamn much.
You named yourself...
I'm going to date myself and locate myself as a French Canadian here, but for those who listen who are from my neck of the woods, if you know, you know. From the looks of him, I'm pretty sure he makes D Natural look good.
And he had to name himself after a Smash Mouth song.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that. All right. For my losers, I'm WWE for the aforementioned things and the fact that they've made so much money and no bonuses. Fuck you, Junior, and that management team. Nia Jax. I should put her in the winners because at the very least we got something to get her mean to WWE removed her stuff. So that particular my whole bit because it was improv and you do not improv on the Fed's dime apparently.
What's this? Did somebody having fun? Strike her from the records.
And Eric Bischoff for being a bit controversial bastard again. Let's do winners.
Creates cash.
Let's do winners. Mike, kick us off.
Winners. Lana for actually putting Nia Jax through a table finally.
No, I'm not going to argue that one. I cannot argue that one.
Little Zigglypuff putting a good show against Pac.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Nemeth. Yep.
And just to be self-promoting, me for my 44th birthday.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike Shell.
Happy birthday, Mike.
As our buddy Brimstone Sean would say.
Shin.
All right. AEW for still putting on some consistently good shit every week. Mia Yim and Keith Lee finally jumping the broom. Sarah Logan and Rowe becoming proud parents. And Mike Shell for his, 45 years on this planet and being
44.
awesome. 44 years on this planet and being awesome. And also, Mike Shell's ladies. Hopefully one of them, and if one of them still awake.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, her too. Now, everyone in Mike Shell's house gets a win this week from me.
All right. Fair.
Fair enough. T-Dub.
First off,
before I
Mike
let you
Shell.
go, JC in the chat, I just noticed it. Just checked Farouk was on the list as Ron Simmons, so there you go. But it was still missing Arn Anderson, which was the main point of Shintigercurl's loser. Let's continue. Sorry, I didn't need to bring that up.
All right, first off, winner goes to Mike Shell for surviving yet another year on this planet. Congratulations, good sir. Also, I'll have to agree with JC, Cameron Grimes, for making legitimate money on the stock market.
That's good.
Yeah, so now he can literally be NXT's $1 Million Man.
You know what? No, I would pay attention to that gimmick. That's not a bad idea.
Yep, the Carolina $1 Million, the $1 Million Carolinian, something like that. I don't know. Someone workshop.
It'll be better than JBL's run. I'll tell you that much.
You're another more lizard on steroids.
Thank you, T-Dub.
And of course, AEW for opening up more doors to professional wrestling collaborations. Always a good thing.
And Hairball, are you still around? I hope he's still around. You better damn well be still around because...
yes, JC, the Hill $1 Billion Man.
Yes!
There we go.
There you go. Send that over to Triple H so we can make a penny off of that. Well, we'll probably make a penny, but we're not. But...
You will all make exactly 1 penny each.
We'll take it. All right, let me check the user list real quick here.
So Triple H is Monkey and Apple Bruce Wayne.
Oh, it's been a minute since I watched a Monkey and Apple skit.
Yeah, there was a skit where it was an alternate take where during the Dark Knight where Alfred told him that story about burning down the forest. To catch
yeah.
And Bruce just goes off on him for like 5 minutes. He says, "You know what? I'm gonna make You know what? I'm gonna make you like your namesake. I'm gonna pay you a penny an hour just so you can understand what it's like to be poor. Now get out of here, you British son of a bitch."
I'm trying to find the user list on the screen here, but I cannot, for the life of me, find it.
I got it.
You got who? Is Airball in there? Or
Well,
Brother
we
Ball?
dropped a couple of. we dropped a couple of viewers, so he might have gone.
He might have been
He's
gone.
not there. He's not there.
He's
gone.
not there.
He's gone.
Dang. Hairball, if you're listening to the VOD, this one's for you. So first off, obviously me, Yim, and Keith Lee for getting engaged. That is so awesome. And the other one, and this is where I kind of wish Hairball was here because he'd be like, "Oh my God, yes!" But Edge and Steve Dangle. Now, obviously, some of you folks. No, JC, I said Keith Lee and Mia Yim. I said both. So Edge, Steve Dangle. The people in the chat in the call don't. But if you're a hockey fan of some kind, you may know who Steve Dangle is. Mike, you said something there. I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, sorry.
All right. You may have heard of Steve Dangle because he's the guy who said this.
The Toronto Maple Leafs lost an actual National Hockey League game to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them. Forget.
There we go. So this guy. So Edge and Steve Dangle have one thing in common. They are big, massive Maple Leaf fans, dorks. Edge shows up on a Canadian radio show and podcast and TV show. It's one of those combination things. He appears, and he's in full Maple Leafs regalia, and they bring up the fact how much of he's a fan. He's got memorabilia and all that stuff. The clip I provided in the Discord chat, for context, is that portion of the interview bringing it up, and it cuts to Steve Dangle himself, who calls out Edge in a wrestling style promo, calling him out to find out, not for a wrestling fair match, but to find out who the biggest Maple Leaf dork is. Who is the biggest geek? Who has the biggest Maple Leaf fan between Edge and Steve Dangle? Of course, Edge. There's another promo attached, and Edge does the same thing, and we have, in some way, shape, or form, Steve Dangle versus Edge. Who is the biggest hockey dork? You folks may feel free to ignore it. Myself and Mildred, we're going to sit back here with the popcorn going, money's on Dangle. Oh, Edge could out wrestle Dangle, but he out fan the guy who screams at the top of the lungs, Zamboni driver? Money's on him. He's a scrapper. Anyway, sorry to bore you, boys. Mike, there's not much to plug, I don't think, in this one. You're just living your life at this point.
Yep, just living my life at this point. Working every day or almost every day, and just getting by.
No, whenever you feel like it, every once in a while, come on back. We miss you.
Oh yeah, miss you
every once in a while.
Guys.
Doors always open. You know that.
Oh yeah.
The not so forbidden door is always open.
Oh, of course. Shin, plug your stuff. Plug it away.
In, boys, plug it in. Already know Maxicorin on YouTube, where you can find the latest on my videos for the lore of War Machine Hordes. Right now, I'm actually finding some success by doing polls to figure out what people want to see from my next video, which I'll be doing every week. Also, I hope to get off the ground AGFF, actually good fan fiction, where I read and review actually legitimately good fan fiction. Yes, it is out there. You just have to find it. Mm-hmm. Supporting the channel is easy. Patreon.com/Shintigercurl, PayPal.com/Shintigercurl, and of course, links on the screen. New World, 14 stars. Well, not 14 stars, 14 of reviews, 4.5 stars. You don't get any. Is at least better than Empress Teresa. So you've got your better ways to spend your money. So just hit me up on the link on the screen and purchase a copy of my book and leave a good review. Thanks.
It's good, folks. It's good. It's a good book. You should read it. J-Dub.
Of course, got my YouTube channel. Link is right there in the Twitch chat for everyone to go and click that, because my new video going to be dropping WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 review within the next week. It'll be up earlier on my Patreon, patreon.com/TWKReviews. That's patreon.com/TWKReviews for all my reviews earlier than the public.
Of course, like I said, like you mentioned, patreon.com/TWKReviews. A couple of days early, folks. It's always worth it, even for $1. And of course, I'm always available. I'm on TikTok. I've got Toku. We don't have Toku Riffs next Sunday. We're taking the day off, but we will be back in 2 weeks, of course. But of course, you could if you like this stuff, you want to give me a penny or two. PayPal.com/MattyJ316. Donations are optional, but always appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWKOfficial, at Shintigercurl, and at MikeShell269, and all that good stuff. And DJ Maestro's going to beat himself up because he's late. He's too late. I was about to say thank you very much for tuning in and saying hi to us, as per usual. We appreciate it as always. On behalf of everybody, including Mike Shell.
And it's time to end the show.
Yes it is. On behalf of Mike Shell.
This is Mike Shell reminding you, as always, to leave in Fez mode.
Shintigercurl.
I'm Finn Balor, and I get drunk off root beer because I'm not as much of a man as Finn Balor.
And this is TWK. TWK is telling you to work your gimmick.
My name's Matty J. Remind you to help professional wrestling. Support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Thanks, Pete Dunne. Much appreciated. Good luck on Sunday.
I don't need luck. I'm bloody Pete.
I know, but we gotta be polite. We're trying to be polite. We're only trying to be polite. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Enjoy Takeover if you wish to watch it, of course. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next week. Bye. Everybody. Bye-bye.
Hans Moleman Productions presents
Nia Jackson's tailbone first into the hardest part of the ring.
Ooh, my hole! This contest is over. Give that man the $10,000.